Hey everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with here today with an article from December 16th from Outkick, and it is called Crime and Drug Problems in San Francisco May Have Cost the Giants Shohei Ohtani Other Free Agents. And I thought it'd be interesting to go over this, even though, as I've mentioned in other videos, I haven't really kept up with sports in general in a few years. In baseball, it's been a couple of years, though there's a chance of me getting back into things with baseball this coming year, but we'll see how things work out. Though I thought it would be interesting to go over this because this kind of intersects two things that have been of interest to me, which is just the political stuff with especially what's going on in San Francisco, and of course baseball. So let us go into this and see what it has to say because I thought this would be interesting. The San Francisco turning into a crime-infested open-air drug den has had any number of negative consequences for the once great city. Major retailers like Nordstrom have left the downtown core, citing an increase in theft and an unsafe atmosphere. Prominent businessmen have moved out of the region entirely, and San Francisco saw one of the largest population losses during the pandemic as residents moved away from declining quality of life and high cost of living. So San Francisco's a shithole. All right. Well, we kind of it's a literal shithole. There's a poop map. Go look that up if you haven't already. It says, and it turns out that the city's disastrous policies and political ideology has likely cost its baseball team a substantial amount of talent, which should not be surprising given just the state of the city. I mean, I'm surprised anybody really wants to purposely sign in California at this point, but whatever. It says the Athletic reported Wednesday on former San Francisco Giants star Buster Posey's efforts to woo superstar free agent Shohei Ohtani to the city. And while Ohtani didn't say that the lawlessness and disgusting streets were the reason he went to the Dodgers, some individuals in his camp expressed concerns about the city. According to Posey, it affected the team's chances of signing him, and there was some reservation with the state of the city right now coming from those around the 29-year-old star. And it isn't the first time that free agents have turned the Giants down thanks to San Francisco's decline. And I think we're probably going to start seeing that a lot more. I would imagine. I mean, especially for like, I mean, both of the teams that you see here. This is Shohei Ohtani in the Angels uniform, and Mookie Betts right here. But I mean, they're both based in LA, 'cause that's where the Angels are. They're in Anaheim, close enough to LA. But I think you're gonna start seeing that a lot more. I mean, as I've mentioned many, many times, I'm in the northwest suburbs of Chicago. I'm a diehard Cubs fan, and I find it really hard that people are going to be like, yeah, I want to go to these cities where there's just outsized crime. And I mean, it's probably better for the Cubs, but not for the White Sox, who are on the south side of the city, which for people that don't know anything about Chicago, the south side is generally considered the bad part of the city in terms of crime. It has been for as long as I can remember. So there you go. So San Francisco hurting the Giants competitively. It says, according to The Athletic, Seiya Suzuki signed with Chicago Cubs. Well, there we go. One signing there. I remember that. I think that was before last year, maybe the year before. But again, I haven't kept up with baseball in the last couple of years, so I could be wrong. It says, due in part to similar reservations about the state of San Francisco. Oh, so he chose the one where just everybody's getting shot as opposed to the one where there's crap on the streets all over the place. So the Bay Area is now seen as damaged goods, The Athletic claims. As Posey told them that an unease with the city keeps popping up from players and their families. Yeah, the family part's probably got to be pretty bad. Like, you don't want your kids or your wife walking around there where they can just get jacked right off the bat. There's something I think is noteworthy, something that unfortunately keeps popping up from players and even the players' wives, is there's a bit of uneasiness with the city itself as far as the state of the city with crime with drugs, Posey said. Whether that's all completely fair or not, perception is reality. It's a frustrating cycle, I think, and not just with baseball. Baseball is secondary to life and into the end of the important things in life. But as far as free agent signing or free agent pursuit goes, I have seen that it does affect things. Gee, wonder how that could have happened. Yeah, no shit. So San Francisco has been under one party rule for decades, with 80+% of residents voting for Joe Biden or even further left candidates when available. Yeah, good job, San Francisco. So the city council has been an abject disaster, promoting defund the police narratives and obsessing over excluding Asian students from gifted classes. Yeah, because that's going to go well. Instead of working to make one of the country's signature cities the best it can be, they've ignored the mess that progressive DAs and far left mayors have created, and there's no end in sight. So it says refusing to learn from mistakes. If you're a free agent and searching for the best place for you and your family, why would you want to spend half your time in San Francisco? Wondering if your wife and children will be safe getting to and from the ballpark, or knowing that you'll have to avoid huge swaths of the city you play in. I'd say it wouldn't even be like being safe to and from the ballpark. I'd say just being safe, like going to the grocery store or to like the park to play across the street or something like that. Like just anywhere. Like I'd be constantly worried about them. Because LA has many of the same problems, but they're more isolated, allowing for players to avoid some of the consequences of Democrat policies. No such luck in San Francisco, though. Because on top of the population collapse, exodus of money and people and lack of business investment is costing the city's baseball team players. Maybe that will finally be the wake up call voters and leadership need, but I doubt it. Yeah, I doubt it too. I don't think anything's going to happen with that. Um, I mean, if it came out that maybe like. I mean, it is out obviously, but I mean, I think if Shohei Ohtani himself was to say like, "Yeah, I didn't sign in San Francisco because it's a freaking mess," maybe that will do something. But again, I doubt it. They're leftists and they're committed to a cause, if anything, and they're just going to stick with it and just ride it until it just burns everything to the ground. So let me know out there what you think about this. Do you think that Shohei Ohtani was right to go somewhere else and not sign in San Francisco? Do you think that the Giants are going to have, or other teams in cities like this are going to have problems signing free agents to their teams because of the crime and drug problems? Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.